In today's class, I'm going to explain some questions. We will solve some questions in Python. Okay. So the first question, this is the first question. First, let me copy this question. So this is the question. Write a class called car with attributes make, model and year. Add a method display underscore info to print these details. This is the question. In Python we need to solve this. Okay, these are free Python classes. Okay, yesterday this class was conducted. So let us see how to solve this question. So first of all, in Python, a class, we need to create a class called car. Okay, to create a class in Python, use keyword class, then car name. So now then colon. So now what happened? Your class is created. One class is created. So if you run this, you will get error. Why? Because indentation error. So after this once class declared, okay, indented block expected. So if you don't want to write any code here, simply keep your past statement. So then what happened? It is okay. Now if you, whenever class is declared, so if you want to write any statement after that class, okay, you can write. So question is what? Write a class called car with attributes. Attributes, class attributes. Class attributes are what? The class variables which are written inside of class and outside of the method. They are called class attributes. So here inside of class, under the class, attributes, class attributes, make. Make is equal to what? Car make. Company name, okay, make as a string. Suppose Tata car. Tata. Okay. Next, model. Model is equal. It is one more attribute which is class attribute, a class variable. Model. Model is equal to, as a string. Okay. Suppose Tata latest any car model. Suppose Jupiter is a car model. Okay. And year. Year is a class attribute 2024 year. Okay, so these three we need to write these attributes as class variables. Then after add a method display underscore info. So one method we need to create. So that method name, every time whenever you write a method, def keyword compulsory to create a method. Def, then after method name, display underscore info. This is called what? Now your method, one method is created. Semicolon, colon is very important. Now try to understand what happened. Under this method, add a method display underscore info to print these details. So now we want to get printout of all these details. So print. So print, inside of this print, you write make. Okay, make, comma, model, comma, year. Okay, these the three class attributes. If you request for print, and once you run this program finished, means close code you have written well. Now come to the point. Now here, how to call this method? This is what? Class method. If whenever you keep any self parameter here, so now it becomes object method. Otherwise, if there is no any self parameter here, you can call this method as a class method without creation of any object. So how can you call this as a class method? With the class name car, class name dot, method name display underscore info. Okay, this is the method, you are calling this method. Okay, so that moment what happened, you are calling this as class method. See, so name error, name make is not defined. Name make is not defined. Why? Because see, make is what? So make, model, year, these are all what you know, these are all the class attributes. Okay, if you want to call them as class attributes, okay, you need to simply keep class name here car dot, okay, car dot model, car dot. So we need to explain here inside of the method, this make, model, year, these are all class variables. So we need to call them as class. Name car, car dot make, car dot model, car dot year. So now see, you are getting all the result here. The question is what you know, add a method display underscore info to print these details. So we are getting the details, Tata car, Tata model, make Jupiter is the model, and 2024. So we will, if you want get somewhat text here, simply we can keep the text like make, okay, a string in front of this, simply keep a string make. Next, in front of this model, keep a string, okay, model, okay. So in front of this car here, keep a string, so that string will be displayed, that string will be displayed, okay. So now see, make Tata model Jupiter year 2024. So question solved. If you want to see, if you are not able to see make, so simply keep a white space here, so make will be shifted to this side. Now your question is solved, but how this question is solved? Write a class called car. We have created a class car with attributes. Attributes are what? See, make, model, year, these are the class attributes. Always the class attributes they will be written inside of the car class, outside of the method. Method is what? In 10th line, display underscore info is the method. So outside of that method, inside of the class attributes, otherwise class variables will be created. These class variables can be shared with class name, otherwise creation by creating of a object. So if I want to get printout of all these details, I need to create a method. That method is display underscore info. Within this, I have requested for print. Whenever that moment I am calling that class attributes, I need to mention class name. Here class name is car dot make, car dot model, car dot year. Now this is called, we can mention here also, these are class attributes. Simply you at class attributes, okay. Class attributes means class variables. These three are class variables. This is the method. Now this method is called class method. Why? Because if I keep a self parameter inside of this method. If I keep self parameter inside of this method, now this method becomes a object method. So that moment if I want to get print of all these parameters, that moment I need to create an object. Okay, this is the class method. So in 13th line, car dot display underscore number means called as a class method. Class method. So class method means if we call the method with the class name, not the object name, so that is called class method. So we will get this result. Now same question we will do in same question another way. That is how to create that as a object method. Okay.